Now, how is that? How does sleep help us to stay healthy? There are so many things that happen while we're sleeping inside of our brain. Our brain is processing a lot of memories. So we take all of those long term memories and we kind of file, or sorry, short term memories, we file those back into the long term storage. I was talking to my son the other, about a week ago, talking about the difference between long and short term memories. And I was asking him, "Do you remember what you had for lunch yesterday?" He's like, "Yeah, I had whatever it was." "But do you remember what you had for lunch like 2 weeks ago?" And he couldn't remember. I'm like, well, that's the difference between short term memory and long term memory. And what happens in between is that our brain files those memories. It will take the things that we experienced that day, the short term, and it will file it away into the long term if it's pertinent, if it's important. Things like what we ate for lunch 2 weeks ago, not very important. Things that we're learning in school that we really want to hang on to for that midterm or that final will probably be prioritized a little bit more because we're going to put a little more energy into making sure that it's filed correctly and better in the long-term memory, so to speak. A lot of that storage, that memory processing happens when we're sleeping. While we're sleeping, also, there's a lot of things that our body does to strengthen our immune system. We have in our bodies a circadian rhythm, and that simply refers to the fact that we're awake for a certain period of time and we're sleeping for a period of time, and that's a cycle. That rhythm happens every 24 hours. And while we're sleeping, our immune system kind of actually revs up in a way. It the molecules, they're called cytokines. I might mention that a few times in this presentation. And those cytokines are the molecules in our body that help us respond to a foreign invader and a pathogen or whatever it might be that could get us sick. And really, while we're sleeping, that inflammation actually kind of goes up. And it's strengthening our adaptive immune system, which is the part of our immune system that deals with new things that come our way, whether it's being exposed to a new virus that's being passed around the classroom, whether that's something else. Our body's able to respond to it because of what happened while we were sleeping. Also, while we're sleeping, our body is rested. So our immune system, the energy is not needed elsewhere. We're not moving our bodies. We're not thinking. We're not eating or, things like that. So our body can focus the energy on strengthening our immune system. So sleep is so important. I reflect on my life when I've been a student. I've been a student for a while, throughout K through 12 and college and grad school. And there's been a lot of times when I've noticed that when I sleep less consistently, I'm not able to respond to those immune threats that come my way. I'm not able to stay as healthy. So it's a reminder for me as we approach this cold and flu season, and for everyone else, that we do need sleep.